Hello everybody, my name is Halo. Welcome back to this channel. For a change, today we're going to be talking about table tennis rackets. So yes, this is the GKI Offensive table tennis racket. In this video, we're going to be taking a deep dive analysis into this racket, and if you're considering whether you want to buy this one or not, well, by the end of the video, I think you'll know. So without any further ado, let's get into the video. Let's start off with the price. This racket comes around 950 rupees to 1000 rupees up to upwards of 1100. So depending on when you're trying to get this racket, the price might change, but that's a ballpark on where you're going to be buying this. And by the way, this racket is the highest rated one if you're looking at rackets around this range. So what makes it so special? Let's start off with the unboxing. So I ordered this racket from Amazon. This is what the package looks like. Cutting into it, you get the racket itself enclosed in this very nice case. Actually, in fact, the case has some cushion also, which I'll show you just in a bit. So it is a nice carrying case that you get for the price. It's like soft cushion, I'd say. Though the branding looks like, again, basic branding, not really something that's exceptional. In fact, I'd say it's even outdated to an extent, but just cutting open, it's just branding. Who really cares, right? So cutting open this, again, the plastic is not really that simple to remove. I mean, it's okay. It was quite a hassle, but that's all right. You remove this one and then you get the glory of the GKI Offensive. Again, very nice rubbers, something that I'm just feeling right now. And there you go. That's the racket. Now, let's talk about the in-hand feel of the racket. When I grip this, it is actually very, very nice. Even when you're looking at the build quality itself, this is good rubber, this is good wood. And when you're looking at the design itself, I think it adds a very nice flair. It sits in your palm really well. It sits in your hand. When you're trying to get those shots in, it does feel very, very comfortable. Now, maybe I can show this to the camera a bit. You can see that there is a layer of sponge in between this red rubber as well as the backhand black rubber. That is something that is very nice about this, and also you get that in the other rackets also. But this is a bit of a thicker sponge, so when you're hitting those shots, it's actually receiving and hitting very well with the energy, with the force that you want it to hit. Some things to also keep in mind, that this has this sticker which will come out eventually, but again, that's something that is common across these rackets. I don't think that's really a pain point to say, but what I can say is I've banged this racket. In fact, I can show you a dent here. You can see right here. That's because I did bang this racket once. It did not break, it just has a dent, still works perfectly fine. So I am very satisfied with that. Now, obviously, when you're talking about rackets, at least an entry level like this one, we have to mention the rubbers, right? The rubbers in GKI Offensive is actually very, very, very impressive for the price. It grips very well. Even when I'm trying to, pull my hand, right, along this racket, you can feel the grip in the rubber. So whether it's the forehand or the backhand rubber, it does its job really well. That means when you're trying to do the spin shots, it really goes well. So let's look at what spin looks like with this racket, and I'll come back. Well, I think you looked at that, and yeah, I can say this is a very nice racket. Now, first of all, some disclaimers. I am not a professional table tennis player. In fact, I started playing the sport only a couple of months back. I've played in my childhood, but if you're looking into really going into the sport, trying to get the spin, trying to receive, trying to do a lot of the shots like chopping or forehand top spin, backhand top spin, back spin, side spin, trying to control the ball, trying to defend it properly. I think a racket like this, spending just a little bit and getting something like this is a huge advantage for you, because I will say in the cheaper rackets which you get between the 200 to 500 ranges, the rubber, first of all, is non-existent basically. Plus, it's not really consistent, right? So you can't really place your shots properly, and that makes those rackets really unplayable. And you can actually see, if you have some friends who are pros and you give them these very cheap rackets, they say, it's very unplayable. But with this racket, I think they have a different opinion, because for the price, again, this is priced at 1000 rupees, right? That's really at the entry level. We are looking at a very good racket, and for the price, I think this racket really does deliver. Now, let us look at some gameplay of this racket to show you how that will look like. Now, as the name suggests, right, GKI Offensive. Offensive meaning attack. Okay, so this is a racket that you need when you're having an aggressive play style, and I think the reason for that is the rubbers. Again, this is a very peppy rubber. It bounces the ball really, really well. Not only does it grip it well, but it bounces it well. That means when you're trying to get aggression, you're trying to get some faster shots in, you're trying to smash a lot, this racket will be very helpful for you, and you can definitely notice the difference between this and the cheaper rackets, as I mentioned. So in conclusion, right, if you are more of an attack based play style player and you're thinking about buying this racket, I can definitely tell you, for the price, this is one of the best racket. I am not sponsored by GKI in any way, but from what I see online also, the rubber that this offers in this price point is unmatched across similarly priced other brand stuff. Also, whether that's Stag. So by the way, Stag, something similar, you can say the difference miles. They are miles apart. If you've used these rackets, I've used some Stag rackets which are a couple of ₹100 costlier than this also. So that goes somewhere between 1300 to 1500, and I've used, and I can still tell this is a way, way better racket. So if you are looking for a racket, if you're looking to get a bit more serious about table tennis and trying to get those control, get that spin, trying to learn a lot of the shots, trying to smash properly, trying to be more of a consistent player, I think this is something that you can definitely buy. So again, maybe buying link I'll put down in the description, not a paid promotion, but I do really think this is a very nice racket. Well, that wraps up my review. I will attach some gameplay maybe after this so that you can look at that also. But thank you so much for watching, everybody. I hope this video helped you. If it did, hit that like button. I'll see you in another video. Until then, bye.